like that was her issue with him, is that like he saw potential in her because she's a very smart woman. She's tough, a go-getter. Get your education. And to her, that was like, you motherfucker, you're not man enough to support me. This old school Mexican rancho way of thinking, like, PG, you know, I mean, she was pissed. Like, how dare you, motherfucker, want me to get an education? You don't want to take care of me. You're not man enough. Yeah. So, like, she like, I always tell her, I was like, Mom, you screwed yourself. Like, you should have taken.
You be telling her like that?
Yeah, I'm like, Mom. I really like, I'm like, Mom, como fuiste pendeja? And she's like, oh no, he motherfucker wanted me to go. What am I going to be going to school? I don't even know how to read and write. And I'm, Mom, okay, you pay all your bills on time. You have perfect credit. You know how to get where you're going. You manage your money. You know what you're doing. Like, there's no way that you don't know how to fucking read and write. You are not ignorant. You're fucking lazy. That's all it is, because she like wants me to do everything for her, but she's probably fucking smarter than I am, and she just doesn't like her handwriting, and that's all it is.
Yeah, I hate my handwriting. I'm like, what the fuck am I writing?
What did I? I do that to my own too. Like, I'll be looking back at my journal and I'm like, I said that. Oh, I felt like that day. You know, like.
Yeah, big old scratch mark right here.
No, it's I think when I told you I was covering myself, like, I'm super sensitive, dude. I'm a pansy. Like, you can't tap me because I bruise.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What's that shit called? A plum. A plum?
I'm laughing because plums are little and chunky. So I guess, like, no. So you just called me a plum.
What the saying is, you're coming up with all these sayings. I'm surprised you ain't come up with one yet. You popping them out. Like, well, I ain't heard that shit in a while.
Who, me?
Yeah, those little, whatever you be saying, those sayings, those little country stuff. I don't know what that is.
I don't even know what I'd be saying. I talk so
it
much.
Just pops up. That's what I'm saying. We need to get it recorded.
I just talk so much. So I don't even know what I really say.
Freaking, what kind of cereal did you grow up eating?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think we're really like, I was really like a cereal eater. I'm more of an oatmeal eater.
Oatmeal?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Quakers all the time? Or?
Well, my dad's mom, she was already older when I was born. She was like in her 70s. And her and my grandpa, they had a routine, and they ate the same meal every day for lunch. Same dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner was like always the same, except for, well, I don't know if they would switch it up. But like on Sundays, on Fridays, she wouldn't have meat. So it was always like red enchiladas and rice and beans and a salad. And then on Saturday, she would eat out. Like, she liked Peter Piper pizza and stuff like that. And Sunday was like a family meal. But they always, they always made oatmeal. And so she made the old-fashioned homemade oatmeal with butter.
How do you make that shit?
You just boil, I don't know.
Actual oats?
The actual oats, dude.
The actual oats at?
They still sell them. They are so good. Like, the way she would make it, like, she'd make it with butter and fucking milk and cinnamon, and it was like super good.
Sounds good for
like,
sure.
And she was little and so fucking cute and like tough old fucking lady. Like, I remember being 14 fucking years old, right? And we lived in Mesilla in the fields and whatnot, you know? And there's a mouse in the house. A mouse. And she's like, she has a walker, dude. She's like all of 4, like, she's probably used to be like 4'10". She's like 4'7" now, little. Like, she looked like a Navajo Indian, big nose, green eyes, dark, had like the skunk patch, the braids going down, you know. And my fucking chicken shit ass, Grandma, there's a mouse. And I jump on the chair, and she picked up a mallet that was at her chair. And here she comes, she's like, da-dum, on her walker, like, fast as hell, like, dum. She's coming, yeah. And she, like, the mouse is in the trash can, and she's, like, leaning over her walker, ba-doom, with the mallet. And I'm like, on the chair. Did you get it, Grandma? Did you get it? Like, and now that I look, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, my grandma had more balls at 90 some years old than I did at 14. Like,
She hit that fool with a mallet.
she killed that fool in the trash can. Like, she was like, that. She was like, bah, 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 like, over her walker. I was like, damn, she was in her 90s.
That's crazy shit. That's right. That's right.
I'm like, damn.
And what was her last name?
Well, her maiden last name or her?
Her original name or
Her maiden, Mayese. Mayese. She was like
Mayese?
raised. She was raised by nuns at. So for her, she was like a very like a pioneer woman, because she was raised by the nuns, so she knew how to read and write and spoke English and Spanish. And
why was she raised by them?
honestly, I've never known. But
That's a crazy story. That's a good story. Yeah.
But her dad gifted her all this land in Mesilla, like 6 acres of land. So I don't understand why she was raised by the nuns. You know, they never said that, but yeah, she was tough. Like, and she was hilarious though, because she like, if she didn't like something, she was that old fashioned way of thinking. Like, this lady woke up and prayed her rosary, ate, and then before lunch she prayed her 3 or 4 times a day. She prayed her rosary. This
like
lady,
the beads and everything.
the beads and everything, like just, and so she was like, she devout Catholic, believed in God, marriage, so she was really ashamed of my dad that he got a divorce, and for the reason that it was. And she would like, so my dad would try and bring his wife over and stuff, and she was just like not having it. Like, she was not.
Did not like his wife?
She did not like his wife. She didn't agree with divorce. She didn't agree with anything that he had done. She felt like, which I get her, like, because I feel the same way about my son. Like, even when I'm in my grave, people are going to associate this fucking kid with me, and you aren't repping me. Oh, yeah, but you ain't representing me right, motherfucker. Like, I didn't teach you to be like that. Like, you know.
Nicole's kid.
Yes! You got
first.
See, you get me. You like, people have expectations of you, motherfucker. You need to do right by me. Like, I get her. Like, so she was like very like disappointed and hurt and ashamed of my dad, most of all, that this had happened and you moved on and you got married, and I'm not in agreement with it. But at the same time, I feel my dad's pain, because my uncle before him had been divorced. Like, there weren't no kids in the marriage, but he was the first one to bring divorce to the family.
Okay, so he's like, it ain't me.
But she gave him a pad, but he was always her favorite one, because he was like, I don't know, I feel like. So even though I love my dad, he's got like this dry personality. He's not like, so Zach and I always like, we laugh because my mom and him are so